Hi guys, today in my Become an Expert series I'm going to talk about the eyeshadow bases. I know we already talked about eyeshadow primers, and there's a difference between an eyeshadow primer and an eyeshadow base. The primer primes your eye and prepares it, and it avoids your eyeshadow to be absorbed by your skin and just be lost in the middle of nowhere. And also it avoids the oils and sweat and everything to emerging and just destroying your eyeshadow work. It works as an insulation between your lid and your eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using, for demonstration purposes, on this lower part of my hand, a silicone kind of primer. I'm going to be using several bases. So the most common, everybody has access to them. It's the NYX shadow pencil. Any creamy pencil actually will work. What I found with this is that the ones that are shimmery, I don't like the crepey kind of finish that gives to my eyeshadows. So I really like to stick with matte ones. And my favorite of all times is Milk, which is super pigmented, super creamy, super neutral, because it's going to make any kind of color pop so much more. And I'm going to be applying the same color to the base and the primer. Using this in red, and you can see a difference right there. This one is much more sheer than the one on the base. Why? Because the creamy quality of a cream base, it's going to make the eyeshadow stick a whole lot more. Primer for priming your eye and avoiding the oils to get rid of your eyeshadow, and then on top of cream base so you can get most of your eyeshadow color. If you don't have this kind of pencil, you can definitely use a regular white pencil. What I really do suggest is that if it's going to be an inexpensive brand kind of pencil, and it's not intended for a cream base, like this NYC, it's kind of hard. Not right now, but during the winter it's just impossible for it to smooth on your lids. So what I suggest is take a little bit on your finger, pull it out like this, just pat it on your lid, and you're going to get an excellent paste. Any color that you put it as a base, it's going to make the color pop a whole lot more. And, if you're going to use a purple base for your purple shadows, it's going to give it a nice intensity. There's any other kind of color pencil. It doesn't have to be white. If you're going to do like a bronzy kind of look, you can use like bronze kind of liner, like that. And I love Stila-Style because they are waterproof, and they have a little bit of a smudge time in the beginning, so you apply it on your lid, but once they dry to a very long-lasting finish. A regular concealer, just grab one of your kind of applicator concealers, just dab it on your lid. You're gonna have a really nice base that will really make your colors pop a whole lot more. And it's not gonna change, the color. That's like a neon pink as opposed to just the primer. Much more sheer. Look, this looks neon and this doesn't. There's the MAC paint pots. With this you don't actually need a primer. I find that if I use just a paint pot, I have a very good barrier between oil and my eyeshadow. So I just grab a color that is according to the eyeshadow, or you can take a neutral color. It's going to be okay, and then it really makes the colors pop. You make the colors pop and last so much longer than just eyeshadow alone. There's also this very cheap and very effective, because I like them. I like their performance. That's the black base. The black base has the quality and effect with dual chrome shadows. What a dual chrome shadow is it's It's like especially a pigment that you can see two colors in the same product. Like right here, have this hit pigment. It's in Intrepid, and it has it looks like a taupe brown, but it has a dual chrome, two different colors in the same eyeshadow, depending on how the light hits it. If I use a black base, I'm gonna have a completely different effect. I have this other one in Restless. This is kind of a vanilla in the pot, but it's more orange when it goes on damp on the lid. It goes a whole lot more of an orange hue to it. And here looks orange. I don't know if you can see it, but in real life it looks really, really orange. But if you use a dark base, you're gonna get the vanilla, more goldish, not as orange color. I don't know. This is a difficult color to catch on the camera, but this is more yellow and this is more orange. And then we have the other one with the taupe with like a turquoise reflect. You see it like brown mostly, and then the light hits it and it turns kind of a green turquoisey kind of color. And on the black base, you're only gonna see the green. You only can see the green. You don't see the taupe color. But if you have a black base, you can play with your eyeshadows and get different effects depending on your mood or whatever. And now I found that the cream quality of a product makes a powder to adhere better. I have some blushes that are just too light for my skin and they just won't show. What I have done is I take a cream blush like this. If I blend it the way I have to blend a cream blush, you can't see anything. I'm gonna put it right here. You can't see anything. And actually, to me, it's better for oily skin to set a cream blush with a little bit of powder. But if you take, for instance, this blush, this is a Milani blush that is really, really light. If I apply it alone, you can see it. But if you put it on top of a blended cream blush, there you go. You have a pretty nice pop of pink. So I hope you found this helpful. You have learned a little bit more about cream bases for your shadows and the cream quality in some other face products to make products that you already have work better with them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.